Welcome to Foodie Friday. Today's the day when I'm going to teach you how to make something super fancy while I'm learning to make it myself. Hey guys, welcome to Foodie Friday. Today I'm making mushroom ravioli, but I'm just getting started with a cup of coffee because I am exhausted. Here's a little tutorial about making coffee as well. You want to have a cup that's a little bit smaller than your head, and instead of milk, I like to spice it up with a bit of Bailey's. A little bit of that in there. Nothing like some afternoon drinking to help the cooking process along. So the first thing we've got is 2 cups of flour. I don't have a special flour measurer, so I just kind of eyeball it. I think when you're making like pastries and breads and stuff, it's not so important about the flour because you're always putting flour on the work surface and all that stuff, so it's never an exact amount. Okay, so we're gonna put 3 eggs in the center of our flour. First, it says in the ingredients we've got to make a little well for the eggs to go in. So I made a little hole in there. I don't see why you need a well, but we'll do it anyway because that's what the recipe says. I forgot the most important part of any cooking endeavor is your attire. Now we're really set to cook. About that. Half a teaspoon of oil. I'm gonna mix this up here with a fork. Okay, and the whole thing should come together into a perfect looking little lump of dough. So we're gonna knead this until it's better than what it looks like now. I just checked the recipe and it says you have to do this for 10 to 15 minutes. It's right around this point in the cooking where you start thinking to yourself, is this really worth it? I don't feel like doing this anymore. Alright, there she is, my perfect little pasta dough ball. I'm just going to make up the proportions of this with my mind. First thing we want to do is melt up some butter. Melting! Oof, that is a spicy meatball. I bought my mushrooms already cut and cleaned because I am lazy. The original recipe called for 2 different kinds, but the only mushrooms that I could find here were like vacuum packed space ice cream mushrooms that you had to rehydrate, and I didn't want to get into that. So I'm just gonna put my mushrooms in the pan. Okay, so mushrooms look like this, which means it's time to add our spinach. So I like to add a lot of spinach. The best thing about Bailey's and coffee is that you are getting caffeinated, but you're also getting drunk. It's like a classy lady's Red Bull and vodka. Okay, there's our spinach wilting away. It's just about done. Okay, the next thing we want to do is to add all of our mushrooms and spinach into a food processor. Okay, now the fun part, we're going to make the actual ravioli. Okay, so you're going to take your dough and you have to flatten it out. In the recipe it said to divide it into 4 parts so that it's easier to feed into your pasta machine. But I don't have a pasta machine, so I'm going to roll it out. I also don't have a rolling pin, so I'm going to use this, which is the inside of a saran wrap container. We're going to put the filling onto our dough. And in the recipe it says to put small dollops and then fold it over. So that's what we're going to do. We'll put one here. I'm not sure I thought this through the best. Oh, I don't have a ravioli stamp, so instead I'm using Christmas cookie cutters, and that way we've got a variety of exciting shapes. Okay, so now is the moment of truth. We're gonna send our baby ravioli hearts and Christmas trees off into the world by boiling them in scalding hot water.